7, 8, let's go. Y'all thought about to play all this. So, ladies and gentlemen, this your boy Manja, and this is Kolo TV. This is another episode of Kolo Talk. Now, this next guest, all I can say is God did. All I can tell you, God did. I was just walking in the supermarket the other day, minding my business out of nowhere, you feel me? I went to go buy my lady plating and casa the conference. My lady casa great. So eat for breakfast, you hear me? And y'all guess what I ran into? I ran into the 6 feet tall Liberian man. You know Liberian man is not tall, but the other man is 6 feet tall. Ladies and gentlemen, GGG for the first time. Your clap for him in the comment. Oh! There he is. There he is. Wow. He's very tall, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome, GGG. Welcome.
See, I told you I can't fit under the table here, sir.
Hey, all right. I told you, the tallest Liberian man ever. Huh?
Let me stand up.
We should stand up?
Up.
They say they won't see the difference.
Oh, can see it, sir?
I know only me if you're in the camera, you probably way up there, but welcome, GGG. Thank you. Like I said, God did.
I saw you yesterday in the supermarket. Just landed. I came from the airport to buy my little fruit to just detox after the flight. I hear someone call my name. Gigi, what are you doing here? I said, hey.
Yeah, I was surprised. You hear me? Yeah. But before we start, like we always do indoors on a platform, you hear me? I got a Liberian flag. They may want to test the flag, but I say no. Don't test it until I tell you to test it. You hear me? Now the reason why I told you to not test the flag, right? Since you one of the ones in our community, I need you to sign the flag. This is the official Liberian.
I'm gonna get a correct one too.
Yeah, official teach you your salary attention the flow Liberian. Forgive me. Go ahead and sign anyway.
All right. That's a white man. I was sounding white.
Well, Liberian.
G.
There we go. It is official, guys. You, the third person.
I sign it.
G. Yes. Let's get to business. You get me? Now, my man, you know you're a big man. You know small man. Now you say big man, you're a giant.
No, man.
You hear me? You been all around the community. What brought you to the East Coast? You know, I know you on tour. Let's talk a little bit about the tour first before I ask you some yama question.
Yeah.
Talk about the tour.
Okay, so my sponsor, Grandma Remedy, natural Liberian product made out of kola nut. They called for me and said, my man, it's time for you to come again to Philly. So I want to say thank you to my sponsor, Grandma Remedy. And I got a show in Philly tomorrow, 107 South McDade Boulevard, 7 p.m. It's going to be a nice backyard event with campfire. I hope the weather plays along, and then we're going to tell spider stories, and I'm going to test the Philly people if they know the Liberian parables. So the first one I want to play with you is, what I do in the shows is I say the first part of the Liberian parable and see if my people know the second part.
You come and test me?
I'll come and test you, my son.
Test me. Hurry. Drive so to Tracy, right?
Bus trouser, yeah.
Hurry, bus trouser. There you go. My grandma used to say that.
Empty bear. Can't stand.
You want elaborate the meal? Hold on, Gigi, we got your drink. From Johnson Kitchen. Johnson Kitchen is one of the sponsors of Kolo TV.
Thank you, Johnson Kitchen.
That's what kind of drink is that, Johnson Kitchen?
That's
ginger. Natural Liberian organic ginger drink from Johnson Kitchen.
We only support Liberian businesses
here. Yes. Okay.
And then next week I'll be in Rhode Island.
Next week you'll be in Rhode Island.
I'll be in Rhode Island.
Okay, so you going to Philadelphia, Rhode Island?
Yeah, that's it. I'm just here for 10 days, 2 weekends. Two weekends. I still want to enjoy myself small now. That's also hustling here.
But GGG, how sometimes you can move like ghost? Like you come in on tour, you say tell me.
Oh my, I'm sorry.
But anyway, God did. God did. You hear me? So let continue.
Yeah.
What is it about this tour that is special. What is it about this tour that is different for your last tour? And what are some topics we expect
Yeah.
on you to be
The
covering?
last time I really performed in Philly, I was a young blood.
A young blood,
Yeah,
a young buck.
young buck. 2006, I think I really had the first big appearances, and I didn't know flying about comedy business. I just gone viral on Facebook, and Philly called me like 6 months after that first video, and they said can't perform. I said, boy, and you know I got the viral attention telling stories, animal stories.
Yeah.
So I got on stage 2006 in the clubs in Woodland Avenue.
2006?
16, sorry.
16, okay.
2016, this thing started. And I didn't know how to do any comedy.
That was your first time?
I started telling the animal stories. Long ass animal stories on stage. And everybody fell asleep. Everybody started going on their phone, talking to their son-in-law, whatever, you know. I said, hey, God, I got to learn it quick. And so it was damn fucker. The first shows were damn fucker. I didn't know shit about crowd audience control and all these things.
Right.
And how to read the audience and how to, play with the hecklers.
Right.
And, it's a craft. And so I started practicing it. And now this one, let me say I'm able it now. Yeah.
So you're a pro now.
Yeah. I got some
2016, you're a
years
rookie.
of experience now. And to all my content creators out there, it's not the same thing doing content in your living room.
Stand up and
Stand up in front of 300 drunk Liberians is hell. World War III. Don't think that the safety of your living room will help you. No, that one part you gotta react the whole time. It's a completely different ball game.
right. Comedy, was it always in your life? Like,
Nothing.
did you see yourself being a comedian, or it just came out of nowhere?
I work in high school as an English teacher. As an English and sports teacher. So,
Why you talk English in Liberia?
huh? No, in Germany.
Oh,
in
I was
Germany.
about to
I'm
say.
based in Germany.
Teaching Liberian
Yeah,
English is
no.
it's like whoa.
And so I can play with the children. I can start in Liberian English the first lesson. They can say, but what kind of English the man teaching us here? They're not proper English here. Oh.
You go teach
Then
the
they
children
can go
Kolo instead of
they
teaching them
can-
German.
They can go complain. They can go complain to the school director. Then he say, "Mama, you doing that Kolo shit again?" And I told you to teach the children American English. I say, okay. But back to your question, you say, have you have comedy?
Yeah.
I'm a son of a missionary, and we grew up on stage as missionary kids because missionaries, they need funding, they need donations from the churches back home, and my parents used to put me on stage as a 5-year-old and say sing songs in the dialect, and I would just be singing with my little guitar, I would be singing, and Omar then would be chunking money, and now I'm doing the same shit. I'm walking around in my African gown. I'm doing comedy. I'm making people laugh, and people chunking money. So sometimes, the things that you are trained in childhood, you're not even aware of, they will take you to places. And looking back on my life, I see that I've been prepared for this since my birth. And teaching 30 kids in school is a comedy club too.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, man. If you can handle 30 fifth graders, you can handle 300 drunk Liberians.
That's true. What are a couple of advice that, because a lot of young Liberians look up to you. Yeah, I mean, especially in the comedy space.
Yeah.
You one of the ones on the Hall of Fame level.
At least I'm making money with it.
Yeah.
And that's the goal.
Right. What are a couple of advice you could give to the young Liberians, especially the one in back home that and since you came on the scene, there's been a lot more comedian now,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You get what I'm saying? So like, what are a couple of advice you can give to them that will help them lead a country?
Yeah.
I thought about that.
To
lead a country. Yeah, lead a country and like how to like stay consistent on that grind.
But that's two questions.
Let me
start with the first one. What can I advise? And then we'll go to the leave the country part because I want a whole different story again. So, young comedians, please, the first thing
You're listening.
the first thing I want to teach you is don't be helpless. Most of them can be calling me and say, Brabi, I want you to train me. I get talent. I want you to be my manager. I want you to put money behind me. Then I will be big. I said, no, it doesn't work like that. Stop dreaming. No industry is going to put money behind you because you say you got talent. No, you got to prove to the world you get talent. And that you have to do by uploading every day. Even every second, third day, you gotta do something. You gotta be a content creator. And when I started, I created videos every second day. If you look at Angel Michael now, the #1 in Liberia beside Mama Liberia, the guy is posting quality content every day.
That one not true.
Every day.
Everywhere alone the internet in there.
So Angel Michael, since like about a month now, he's very active.
That's true.
He's been sleeping. I don't know what happened with his account or something, but the guy is just growing and he's doing good content, very active, very quality. And that's the one thing I want you guys to do. Just keep uploading. Keep uploading. Don't be frustrated and don't be calling other Brabi then to say, oh, you got to help me. You got to help me. You got to be my sponsor, my supply line. I said, no, nobody helped me too. You got to find your niche. Find your space. And please don't just copy Angel Michael and take his joke and change little thing out of it. And 1 week later, we'll see the same joke on your page.
Right.
Don't do that one. You got to be creative. You got to sit down. And the last point, I learned this from Michael Blackson, the king of African comedy, when I met him. And I sat down, I got coached by him. He said, and these are 2 tips. You got to be extravagant. So dress nicely in your shows. When you see Michael Blackson, he's always wearing gold and all kind of diamond suits. And when you see him in my shows, you will see the same thing. I always dress like the craziest person in the whole party. And it gets me attention. The second point is always be yourself. Don't copy someone else's code. Do your own level. If you say, for me, I'm the only white Liberian. That's my niche, you know? And it works well. And that comes to the second question.
Hold on.
Oh.
You're not the only well bro. You the original.
Okay.
Well bro, because there's a lot of men now pop. A lot of white people Liberia on the internet now. Yeah. But GGG is the original giant. You hear me? You better show my man respect because they'll be popping on the internet.
I would the first to be proud to be Liberian. Now they all popping up because they see money inside too.
That one not true.
But now the second question is, why are most of the comedians not leaving the country? And that's what we need to be asking, you know? And because we have talent in Liberia and they are providing very good content. Yeah. But now you got to bring it to the next level of making money out of it. And so I challenge you guys to come to America. Right. The Mokofi is here. The Liberian people here, the community, they get mad. They will pay your ticket. But everybody's scared that once they come, they will not go back. We got to be clear and address that problem. And you know the visa restrictions that America doing on Liberia, it has something to do with that topic. So we got to be consistent and we got to be responsible. When they bring you to America, don't hide yourself and run away and say you get corona, you can't go back. Oh. Man can't talk.
Man can't talk. Speaking of visa, right? And you're right. When the people tell you can't do your show there, you go back.
You go back.
You go back home, they'll keep giving you visa. If you can't get a hard time,
they will score the whole thing.
The next person, they won't get a visa because they'll say the last person are king, then go back. So you're going to do the same thing. Don't be the spider. You get me? Spider. Catch you on that one. Speaking of visa, because we kind of on the line like politics and this. Do the Liberian politicians that give you hard time?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I feel like comedy and like politics mixed too. Cause like comedian, like talking about a lot of issue with politics. Like how the Liberian government kind of view you as a comedian, and how do you navigate with politics, with Liberian politics?
First of all, comedy is an art form, and art is never to be censored. It should never be scared. If you are scared to talk the truth, then you don't go into comedy because comedy is a mirror for society. And that's what I've really learned. You have to be very frank with the audience, and the more frank and honest you are, the more the people will appreciate it. Even say you're cursing the president, half of the crowd will say you're right, the other half will curse you back. But at least they know that joke, because I will hide my truth in joke. And we laugh about it together, but I'm telling you something true. That not only crack I'm telling you. I'm telling you something true. I'm hiding it in a spider story. And that's what the elders used to do with the animal stories. They would tell the children, because we have a conflict avoidance society in Liberia. We don't like to bring conflict straight to your face like that. In Europe, they like to do it. In Germany, people will tell you, look, you did a bad thing right here. In Liberia, you go to the elder, you complain to the elder. the elder will tell the other person and say, let me can tell you animal story. Mr. Spada did a bad thing. You see any parallel to your life? Then that person will say, oh, shit. So you're trying to tell me something? He said, yeah. You see? So it's conflict avoidance, and it will come from behind to tell you something gently. And that's why I love the animal stories. And the same thing I try to do with my comedy, that I try to address issues in a gentle way. I don't slap the people in the face. And I try to address general. And if I criticize the president, I gotta also criticize the opposition. Because otherwise, and this is one problem that Angel Michael had, he was a George Weah man. He was a very pro George Weah man. And
Angel Michael, listen.
Angel, that one probably put you in problem. The man gave you car, but then when the man leave the office now, you see what happened. For 1 year, you are quiet. Something happened. We want to know what happened there.
During the election, we saw a lot of y'all the blue shirt on. We saw, even my girl Carol, my boy Christopher, what the people putting doors. We saw y'all, you know, say
behind it.
Say y'all talk the L when y'all talking on the internet. You know, and say we stay on politics.
So I'm very careful with that. I don't blow. I don't choose sides, and I don't really criticize too much because I want to live.
Okay, me too. That's why I stay away from Liberia politics. But I'll put one more politics question on you, and it will be so. You hear me?
We'll cut left.
We'll cut left. Yeah, because we can't stay long too much here before. You know, the current government being charged for at least 100 days, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you can get
The rescue mission.
Yeah, the rescue mission. Right now, like rainy season. You hear me? Eh? They rescuing the people.
Yeah.
I want you to get your opinion, not your cigarette. You hear me? Your opinion, right? And you can rate them, or if you give your opinion on how they been doing so far.
Hey,
Just one word. One word.
You want to put me in trouble?
Here thumbs up in the middle, me okay, or thumbs down me bad. You know, yeah.
Let me just say 6-pack.
I won't put you in too much trouble.
If I one word, I would just say 6-pack.
6-pack.
Now you ask me what? Explain that one. So, in Liberia, everybody gets 6-pack by force now. In America, we're all going to gym. We're trying to get 6-pack by will, by eating, by not eating. In Liberia, you get 6-pack by force. Because high in the country, no food in the country.
The current government got 6-pack.
Everybody, you forcing 6-pack on the people because they can't get food and everything too expensive. And I think all of my Liberian Americans in the diaspora, they will agree because the number of phone calls we're getting, is too much.
Yeah,
it's too much.
The amount of new
begging,
yeah,
too much. The country high.
And the amount of new car and I see that.
Oh, the
and
car
then wait,
business.
what is it? Is it make it all right?
Yeah.
Make it all. So let Ben so let we
left.
say let Ben left. Okay. All right. Say you being one of like the OG comedian and content creator for the Labyrinth. First of all, let me give you a flower. Thank you for really putting us on the map, man. Because I care how, because some Liberian people give you a hard time on the internet for being white.
Yeah.
Me, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you that you are well Liberian. You got well Nigerian, you got well South African. Why can't we have well Liberian? You hear me? And so I'm glad you one of us, right?
And let me tell you, it's not for the money.
It's not for the money.
It's not worth it for the money.
Right.
And I went into this before all the money. So you don't tell me that money business put me inside Liberia. Then let me go run to Nigeria because money plenty on our side.
That's true. And even if it's for the money, why not do things for money? Me, I want money out of the thing I'm doing too. You hear me? Even though I service my community, I want money too. Who are some of your new favorite comedians?
Okay.
Yeah.
I love what Romeo and Easy
Shout out to my boy
Romeo Easy, you guys are doing a great new series that I think it's called The Backyard or The Yard. I saw these guys, they're doing high quality 4K content and they're putting it on YouTube.
Yep.
At least they can monetize YouTube because Facebook and Instagram are so free thing.
Yeah.
It's a so free thing. That's why I really admire Angel Michael for doing this comedy. The whole day the man just giving you a free joke.
That's true.
Every day the man just giving free joke for you because the man not making money off Facebook and Instagram. It's not monetized in Liberia. And even in Germany, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. The people who of y'all are paying money for Facebook? None of y'all paying money. So the only stars you can send. And that star business is small. So they are moving the comedy to YouTube. That's a business move, and they are hiding it as a comedy, but they're doing business, and that's a good move. I like that. And Mama Liberia, congrats
Shout
to
out
you
to
too.
Mama Liberia. Shout out to you.
And of course the
You,
Prince.
Mama,
Yeah.
shout out for cutting you up. Mama Liberia, I hit you up. I say I want to interview.
Okay.
Respond to that message. I know you open it yet, but check your DM. Thank you.
And of course, the king of comedy, Angel Michael.
Shout out to
We've
him.
been
Legend.
friends since 2016. I met him when he was a dry bony, and we started working together. And I have to say,
Is he part of the 6-pack community now?
Oh, that man gets 6-pack now.
All right.
He's trying to get greasy now. He's trying to get greasy too. And I have to say, shout out to the community of comedians in Liberia, because anytime I'm on the ground, they reach out to me and they say, let's work together. And I always reply, yes. And it's no trouble, no grievances, no chichipole business. It's a very united community, and we all help and support each other. So thank you guys. That's the way we're going to bring this business up.
That's true. That's true. Shout out to everybody that doing comedy and creating content to try to put Liberia on the map.
Yeah.
I know we focus too much on music sometimes.
Yeah.
But the comedy part, you're doing your thing too. Say you currently in a state.
Yeah.
And you bending so. You hear me, eh? You now chop all in the Liberian community, in all the cities.
All over the world.
Yeah. Which Liberian community in America your favorite? What region you left so far?
You want to put me in trouble again? Oh.
Yeah. They show you gotta be in the hot seat. We gotta ask you a hot seat question.
hot seat, yo.
Yeah.
Look. Hiya.
Right now you in New Jersey, so be careful how you
I'm
answer the
telling
question.
you.
Philadelphia right around the corner, New York
tell
right
you.
there.
Because we get Staten Island,
Yeah.
where it all started. Then we get Woodland Avenue, where all the big clubs are. You can find your roasted cow meat on the street, just like Liberia. Then we get Minnesota, Brooklyn. I think at Brooklyn Park. Hey, those guys can show up too. Then we get Iowa, Des Moines. Des Moines were powerful when I was there. Hey. So I have to say, I have to decline that question, because those are the three big ones. And I have to tell you, the Australian community was strong. Philippines, I was in the Philippines.
Liberia in
They
Philippines.
showed up.
What they doing out there?
What? They all, I don't know what they scam me or what, but they sitting on that side, making money on that side. And Philippines has a very nice student program. In case you're a student of Liberia, you're going to school, you can get good scholarships in Philippines. A lot of my Liberian beginning, I talk to them, they say, I say, but what y'all doing here?
Right.
They say, this is a good place for academics. So keep that in mind too.
Liberia will get trouble.
And I met Liberians in Vietnam, in Thailand. I met them, even said, the only place I didn't meet them was on the Fiji Islands, way beside New Zealand. Even on New Zealand, I saw Liberian people.
Now you're saying earlier that you've been on a 1 year
World trip.
world tour.
Yeah.
And you say you haven't worked in a year.
Yeah. How are they? Nice and lazy.
Wow. How is that possible? Like how can I, like me at 32,
Yeah.
32 right now.
Yeah.
And that's one of my goals, to be able to travel everywhere around the world. How can a young person like me, right now I got no children, I got no wife, no kids, no
So you're free.
Yeah, how can I plan to do a world trip like that?
Okay, the first, in your situation, have an online business.
Okay.
Have an online business that you can do anywhere in the world.
Okay.
Because the living expenses in America are too expensive. So if you make $1,000 to $2,000 every month,
That's cool.
it's possible in America. You have your little online business, you're just selling blue jeans or whatnot. You know, you have to move to Southeast Asia, move to Thailand, Bangkok. You can get a skyscraper apartment, skyscraper penthouse for $600 with pool, with gym, with cinema in the whole building. Your parking garage, $400 to $600 a month. All the young business guys are sitting at the pool. They'll have their chimodan sitting around them. $2,000, you will live like a millionaire in Asia.
Gigi, I see it ready. I already see my future.
Blue water around you.
Sha.
Thailand, the whole
Shagara, boom, boom.
a hot jala Liberia. They get good food. They get rice there too. They can eat rice and soup jala in Liberia, and it's very healthy. and very friendly people. You can travel, you see mountain, you see beach, anything,
Doggy.
and you will live life.
Now the
my
life,
man.
we all Liberia trying to live.
Yeah.
You hear me, eh?
Because sometimes we're just struggling to pay our bill, we'll
Yeah.
come out with zero.
Yeah.
So if you can have an online business that you can do in different parts of the world, you just travel, and you can do Airbnb or Booking.com. Sometimes I only pay $10 for my hotel. $10 per night for 2 people.
Hold on. Which country when you pay $10 for?
Vietnam, Laos, Thailand.
And what
Cambodia.
the passport? How,
Oh, you got to have paper business now. You got to have your passport.
they
for
got
that
good
country.
relationship with America. I asked it for.
Yeah.
And the women that out there,
Oh, don't start that. No,
Don't?
that one part. Hey.
yeah, you can't talk too much. Yeah, you can't talk too
But you get
much.
fine, you want
Make
to
it talk.
And you hungry for black pig in there? Hey. So that's the fastest way. Me, I'm a married man. I have a government job. So I went and talked to my boss. I said, look, I want to travel. He said, you're not getting no money from me. I said, okay. So I saved 70,000 euros, 70K. That will cost you if you are a married man with children. So you got to rent your house. You got to take care of all your insurance business. It's a lot of work. But if you have 70K, you can travel easy for 1 year. And then you just pay your little bills.
Wow. Yeah. So you that want to live I know what it was, entrepreneur or lifestyle.
Oh.
We just drop cool for us.
Yeah.
You hear me, eh? All right, let's come back to the comedy real quick, right?
Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home.
Yeah, see it.
We don't have the same outfits.
Actually, Ghana, medicine, you hear me? Real Ghana, yeah, they can clear, sister. You put in the honey key. Real Zulu Jews, you hear me? Yeah. You see how it got God? Crazy, yeah. Get yourself.
Grandma Remedy.